In August 2016, the United States government faced a catastrophic security breach that would reshape global cyber warfare forever. A mysterious entity calling themselves the Shadow Brokers didn't just hack the NSA, they stole the agency's most devastating cyber weapons and released them to the world. These weren't ordinary hacking tools. These were military-grade exploits, capable of penetrating any network, dismantling critical infrastructure, and bringing nations to their knees. Within months, those stolen weapons would be used to launch attacks that crippled hospitals, paralyzed multinational corporations, and caused tens of billions in damages worldwide. North Korea weaponized the leaked code for the WannaCry ransomware attack. Russia turned it into a destructive force with NotPetya. The entire digital landscape transformed overnight as America's most guarded secrets became weapons for anyone to use. Despite one of the most intensive investigations in intelligence history, the Shadow Brokers were never identified, never prosecuted, never stopped. This is the story of the heist that changed everything, and the ghosts who got away with it. Stay with us as we dive deeper. August 2016. An anonymous group calling themselves the Shadow Brokers posts a message online. We find cyber weapons made by creators of Stuxnet, Duqu, Flame. Kaspersky calls Equation Group. We follow Equation Group traffic. We hack Equation Group. We find many Equation Group cyber weapons. The post includes code snippets, real exploits. Nobody believed them. The NSA's hacking unit didn't get compromised. That was impossible. The Equation Group was the most sophisticated cyber operation in the world. They hacked everyone. They were never hacked. But then, the Shadow Brokers released more samples, and the cybersecurity world went silent. To understand what was stolen, you need to understand the Equation Group. They are the Tailored Access Operations Division of the National Security Agency, the elite, the architects of America's cyber warfare program. For decades, they discovered zero-day vulnerabilities, flaws that only they knew about. The Equation Group weaponized these flaws. They built tools with names like Eternal Blue, Eternal Romance, Double Pulsar, industrial-grade hacking instruments designed to silently penetrate any target on Earth. The Equation Group had the master keys to the digital world, and for 15 years, nobody had ever stolen anything from them. How do you steal from the NSA? The security is absolute. Computers isolated from the internet, encrypted, multiple authentication layers, constant surveillance. But in August 2016, someone did exactly that. Thousands of files, terabytes of data. The crown jewels of America's cyber program, all copied out. Investigators would later arrest Harold Martin, an NSA contractor. In Martin's home, the FBI found over 50 terabytes of classified material. But here's the mystery. Did Martin help the Shadow Brokers? Or was he just a collector? The connection remains unproven. August 13, 2016. 30 minutes before the Shadow Brokers announced their leak, a Twitter account linked to Martin sent encrypted messages to researchers at Kaspersky Labs. The timing was too perfect. The Shadow Brokers were too sophisticated to be a single contractor. Their operations were coordinated, strategic, methodical. Theory 1, a disgruntled NSA insider. Theory 2, Russian intelligence. Theory 3, a combination, an insider working for foreign intelligence. The evidence pointed everywhere and nowhere. The Shadow Brokers themselves hinted at their motivation. We want to make sure whole world know. We want Americans know truth. April 2017. 8 months after their initial leak, the Shadow Brokers released their biggest dump yet. Eternal Blue, Eternal Romance, Eternal Synergy, Double Pulsar, Fuzz Bunch, Exploding Can. Code names for the most powerful cyber weapons ever created. Eternal Blue specifically was a zero-day exploit targeting the Windows SMB protocol. One packet, maliciously crafted. That's all it took to infiltrate a Windows machine. No interaction required, no user clicking a link. Completely automated. Every Windows computer in the world was potentially vulnerable. The shadow brokers even provided instructions, detailed technical documentation, everything a criminal needed to weaponize this code. Within weeks, someone did exactly that. Someone, nobody knows who, took Eternal Blue and created the ultimate cyber weapon. They wrapped it inside a ransomware program called WannaCry. WannaCry combined the stolen NSA exploit with extortion code. Infect a computer, encrypt all its files, demand payment in Bitcoin. The Lazarus Group, a hacking unit believed to be working for North Korea, is suspected of launching WannaCry. Whether they created it independently or acquired it from the shadow brokers remains unclear. What is certain, they released it on May 12, 2017, without warning, without mercy, and the results were apocalyptic. Friday, May 12, 2017, 10:30 a.m. UTC, WannaCry hits like a tsunami. Within the first hour, 10,000 computers infected. Within 4 hours, 100,000. By end of day, 230,000 systems worldwide in 150 countries locked down. But this isn't a typical ransomware attack. In England, the National Health Service starts shutting down. Hospitals report massive disruptions. Patient records locked. MRI machines offline. Blood storage systems compromised. Ambulances diverted. Surgeries canceled. A weapon created by the NSA, stolen by unknown hackers, and weaponized by North Korea, is shutting down hospitals worldwide. Doctors using paper records again. And there's no cure except waiting for patches. Within hours of WannaCry's emergence, security researchers analyze the malware code. What they find shocks them. Traces of code linking WannaCry directly to the Lazarus Group, the same unit responsible for hacking Sony Pictures in 2014. Infrastructure matches, code signatures match, operational patterns match. North Korea denies involvement, but the evidence is overwhelming. In December 2017, the US government formally attributes WannaCry to Lazarus Group, acting on behalf of North Korean government. But the real question haunts them. How did North Korea get Eternal Blue? Did they hack the shadow brokers? Did they negotiate with them? Or was it the work of someone inside the NSA, a mole working for Pyongyang all along? To this day, the shadow brokers have never been caught. Their identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in cybersecurity. Some believe they were Russian intelligence, sending a message to America. We can see everything you see. We can touch everything you touch. Others believe it was a disgruntled NSA insider, someone who felt America's cyber program had grown too powerful, too unchecked. Still others think it was a combination, an insider working with foreign intelligence, selling America's secrets to the highest bidder. The shadow brokers disappeared in 2017 after successfully proving they had what they claimed. They never had to sell the rest. The threat alone was enough. Operation Northwoods warned us about unchecked government power. Carbanak showed us how deep hackers could infiltrate banks. But shadow brokers revealed something worse. The NSA's weapons don't just get stolen, they get sold. They get proliferated. They get used against the very people they were supposed to protect. A zero-day vulnerability discovered by American intelligence, hoarded as a strategic weapon, was leaked to the world. Then it was weaponized by a hostile foreign power, and hospitals worldwide filled with dying patients who couldn't receive care because of a cyber war between nations. The shadow brokers were never caught. Their weapons are still being used today, and somewhere, someone is still watching, waiting, planning the next leak.